guess he was just a regular hedgehog after all.
That's harsh.
Legend has it when all 7 Chaos Emeralds are collected, the power creates a miracle.
A miracle called Shenron the Dragon.
Oh my.
Continuity.
I don't think so.
Oh.
That was your plan from the very beginning. Or was it a direct order from the president? Now I know who you are. You're that government spy, Rouge the Bat.
That line's so stupid. You're the government spy, Rouge the Bat. I've heard of government spy, Rouge the Bat before. So this Rouge the Bat was kind of like, it's sort of a surprise that government spy Rouge the Bat and the Rouge the Bat that I know are the same person. This is such a dumb line. Sorry.
You are one pathetic creature.
Oh, Chao's pissed.
What about you? Here are the results of the research project called the Ultimate Life Form. But if this picture is of the real ultimate life form named Shadow, then exactly who or what is standing in front of me?
This is Dr. Eggman. I have found all 7 Chaos Emeralds. Shit. Someone is trying to get the Eclipse cannon. There's not much time left before the cannon fires again. Can you get over there?
If you want to live, leave the Chaos Emeralds where they are. The fake emerald is good enough for you.
Do you actually believe that you're the real Shadow?
No
Even your
doubt.
memories might not be real, you know?
Even if my memories are not real, it's still me, Shadow. And I will fulfill my promise to Maria. That's the only thing that matters to me now.
It's a cool cutscene. Final chase. Okay, final Team Dark level. Yeah, this campaign's surprisingly a bit shorter than Hero. I went into this campaign thinking that it was going to be a bit long. Oh, I like how fast he launched off the edge. It's like, whoa! Let's go! Final Team Dark level, and yeah, this campaign's actually a bit shorter than Dark, which was surprising to me, but it's true. I think I missed that checkpoint right there, so that's not good. Anyway, this is obviously Final Rush, except with Shadow, and except instead of a little gimmick that Shadow gets is these green pillars that he climbs up, and they're a bit finicky. Not as that camera almost screwed me over. What the camera? Holy crap, camera! Get your shit together. Really awesome final level music. These green things are a bit wonky. Not as wonky as Mad Space, but still a bit wonky. But you get to do cool stuff like this. Yeah, it's a bit wonky. Not as bad as Mad Space, though. Anyway, one thing I want to point out, one thing I fucking love about this game that... Oh, damn! Oh, sorry, guys. Right there was Mystic Melody. If you land on that, on that platform right that I just passed, if you land on that green pillar, Mystic Melody is up there for Shadow. But you've already seen Mystic Melody, so I don't really need to show it off. Anyway, one thing I love about this game is that both stories can be canon. There is no, like, very clear, like, oh, Team Hero is definitely canon in the long run. There is no canon. They can both be canon because, like, so Eggman just beat up Tails and got the final Chaos Emerald from him. Wait, no, Tails didn't have the final Chaos Emerald. Okay, whatever. Shadow got, Eggman beat up Tails and has acquired all the Chaos Emeralds now. But, the thing is, in the Hero campaign, Tails beats up Eggman, so obviously in that, Eggman doesn't get the Chaos Emeralds. Except he does, because even if Tails wins, it shows Eggman reaching for that emerald at that last second. So it shows that, like, he actually did get, like, even if Tails wins, he still gets it. So it makes it so that, and there's a couple of moments like that in the story, like, coming up, like, the big, long debated question, who wins the final battle with Sonic and Shadow in that running section. Does Shadow win or does Sonic win? In the end, it doesn't matter because the outcome is the same whether you go with both solutions. The same thing still happens. And actually, it's funny. Okay, well, something's gonna happen. I'm not gonna spoil what happens, but something's gonna happen at the end of this storyline. And basically, that thing will happen regardless of whether the Eclipse Cannon was destroyed by Sonic or not. At the end of the hero story, with that hero shot where he's like hanging on the edge of the Eclipse Cannon and he blew it up. The event that happens at the end of this campaign would have happened either way, so it makes it so that either outcome, Dark or Hero, can be canon in your eyes. Like, it is really cool, because most games don't do that. Whenever a game does a multiple path thing, there's always one thing that's canon. Like, I know I mentioned this a lot, but Shadow the Hedgehog has multiple story paths, like a ton of them in Shadow the Hedgehog. That's its big gimmick. Except the problem is, in the end of the game, in the ending of the game, Shadow is on a certain level at the end of the game, and he's not on that level in most of the endings of the game. Like, the canon and... There's one final level at the end of Shadow the Hedgehog, and in that final level, Shadow is currently in a level. So obviously that takes place right after one of the endings. Unfortunately, only 2 of the endings in the game actually end on that level that he's there. So it shows right there that out of all the multiple branching paths in Shadow the Hedgehog, there are only 2 that could potentially be canon because he's already at that level by the time the actual true ending starts. So it's like, your choices don't matter, on top of the fact that some of the endings are absolutely ridiculous. Like, in one of the endings of Shadow the Hedgehog, Shadow does something that is irreversible, that would cause irreversible harm to the series. He straight up does something that could not be undone, and it's very obvious that that particular ending isn't canon. But still, anyway, I know I shouldn't have... I know it's kind of silly to go into a giant tirade about story canon in the final Shadow level, but it gives me something to talk about, because really, I'd already discussed how awesome these levels are in the Sonic campaign. Anyway, let's see, like, this is one problem. Like, it's a bit derpy. Oh, now it's working fine. But see, he's like derping whenever it goes from one cylinder to the next. That's just a little bit of polish that would have been nice to have, but oh well. Okay, and that's the end of the level.
Here we go. I guess I'm not at full power here.
I guess I deserve that. For talking about story canon for 3 minutes. Very poorly, I might add. I'm sorry.
You never cease to surprise me, Blue Hedgehog.
Thought.
That capsule you were in exploded in space.
No, I'm just gonna shut up now and watch this awesome cutscene play it again. Once again, Sonic is played by Bruce Willis. Does that mean that Alan Rickman gets to play Shadow? Holy crap! Alan Rickman would be an amazing Shadow! Hello, Sonic. I'm very disappointed. I can't do a good Alan Rickman, I'm sorry.
But you know, I can't let you live. Your adventure days are coming to an end.
Sure they are. Because, you know, the rest of the series doesn't happen. It's just a fake. Shadow straight up kills Sonic in this fight. Spoilers.
Alright, Shadow. Time for me to finish this.
Okay, Sonic, that line was not nearly as cool as Shadow's line in the previous campaign. Okay, so this fight is basically, once again, exactly the same, except one thing, there we go. Did you see how long that homing attack lasted? Yeah, that's another thing that can happen if you just try and homing attack. It's kind of annoying. Anyway, Shadow will once again, just like Shadow, he'll use Chaos Control if he falls behind, and it's really stupid that Sonic can just straight up use Chaos Control that easily and that quickly, especially because the line is really dumb. I'll use your Chaos Control! Good job, sound mixers. Anyway, I didn't really talk about it in the first fight, but I really do like this boss battle. I think it's one of the rare instances that of like a rival battle in this series is done really well. It's a bit derpy, and yeah, it's a bit derpy, and it probably could have been handled a bit better, but I still really like it. Also, the reason why we're running, I didn't mention this in the previous playthrough, but the reason why we're running is because these platforms are falling. So if we just stand here, then the platforms are just gonna fall. I also, I believe if you're not, if you keep running and running and running, eventually the entire arena will just fall and you lose. So I think you have a set amount of time to beat Sonic, which we did. Anyway, that actually does it for the Dark story, as Eggman completes his worldwide conquest goal. But we're not done yet, because after he does this, something interesting is going to happen. And once you've completed Hero and Dark, you unlock one last story. So, for now, this has been Turner4590, and I will see you guys next time for the conclusion of Sonic Adventure 2 Battle. See ya.
The ultimate life form.
Chaos
Vengeance.
Space
Desperation.
Supersonic.
Collision.
Untamed power of chaos.
Professor Gerald, the truth about 50 years ago.
Sonic Adventure 2. Last episode. Wishes are eternal.